Maybe the Trevoli was for the gooey worms that I had the other day. Maybe that's
Because
where I
I don't
remember
see
that.
anything that says that.
I
So.
don't see the name, the specific name. American Licorice Company's the only one.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to open a window in another window and it screwed me up.
Let's see. Go down to the tubes of you. Is this us on the live one?
Yeah.
Scroll. Livey now. Share. No, not watch later. Not save. Share. Onward. Kill audio. Share, not save. Twitter. Tune in, y'all. Twitted. Ich laufen die Twitted. Hello to the room. Hello, me. Over to the Facebook. Circles. Live. I see you. I see me. I clicked on you and me. There we be. Muted. Share. Public. Where's share in public?
Oh.
Share in group. Share to page.
I
Share
gotta go kill my fan.
They used to say share in public. Why didn't it say share in public? Posted. We be live. I guess I should say we be live, huh? I'll share again. Share to group. Share to a page. Share to the world. Start a watch party.
Share to everybody. Okay, I'll be right back.
I'll be right here. Posted. We are here. Oh, that was quick. I didn't even notice you gone on the other ones.
All right, you ready for music?
Always, my dearest.
Music.
Muzaka.
Hello, welcome to Ain't You a Peach? How you
Grand Saturday evening, all in one and all. Everybody, family, friends, neighbors, young,
How's your
old,
day been?
puppy dogs included.
How's your day been?
I tried to pull a Doc Thompson, but instead of using a train, I decided to mow, and it's only like, I don't know, 104 heat index. I was a pupped whoopee, let me tell you. But hey, I'm down to 172 pounds, which is a whole lot better than pushing 180s. I like that. I don't like being a rotund gentleman that I have been turning into.
Yeah.
So mowing in the sweltering heat just, like melts it off of me. Or
Oh, I hear you there.
makes me wish it would melt off me. How's your week been, my dear?
Busy. Work.
Work. Ooh,
We
make that big
must.
money.
We must.
See,
We must
that
work.
way you'll save up lots and lots of money so you can come to MojoCon Southeast Edition in September the 25th through the 27th, right here in Adams, Tennessee.
He means up the road in Adams, Tennessee, since he's in
Oh, well,
Kentucky.
for me, it's right down the road. Yeah, for y'all, that's right, so to speak, for y'all's, everybody down out there in, Facebook, YouTube land. Yeah, it's a little bit of a walk, but hey, it's just right down the street from the house. And Rusty and Mrs. was set up in the backyard last week. So if the Tie Dye Fest crash and burns, hey, we'll do it here in the backyard. What the hell?
Hey,
Got
that
enough room.
works.
Yeah, the lawn's almost back to looking normal. There's just one little spot from where the compound was set up. So, yeah, no harm, no foul. It'll be easy peasy breezy.
Hardy, hardy.
True enough. Good idea. Agave, anybody?
Oh, I'm drinking some coffee in my Bells of Liberty cup.
Oh,
And I also have my backup, which is my water.
water. Haven't you ever seen that documentary? They take a glass of water and they put the worm in it, and the worm just swizzles and swims around and just is fine. And they drop that same worm in some Everclear, and it just croaks out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and moral of the story, as long as you're drinking good alcohol, you'll never have worms.
That is very true. That is true. Yep. I've been lucky so far.
Should,
Yeah, I'll stick to the water. I don't handle liquor very well.
by the ears, usually.
So you want to do the daily
Shirley
hello?
or Grace Lee, or why not? Good evening, my fellow. Ain't you a peachers? Happy Saturday. It's the 200th day with 166 still to go. Today is Toss Away the Could Haves and Should Haves Day. In short, don't go through life with regrets. Created by author and motivational speaker Martha J. Ross Rogers. What a
But
mouthful. This
but
day is
everybody has coulda, shoulda, wouldas. It's hard not to have a coulda, shoulda, woulda.
True. What's yours?
Mine
would you coulda,
would
shoulda,
be
nutted?
to have gotten into a profession that I could have good money saved and probably even be retired by now and not have to be worrying about the things that I've worried about most of my life.
Oh, that's terrible. One shouldn't have to worry. See, that's my problem. I don't worry. I don't have ulcers. I probably never will. I mean, what's the worst going to happen? You're going to croak. Okay, if you don't croak, you fall off a bridge and break everything, so somebody else has to wipe your ass, and then, well, you just hope they walk by and pull the plug with their toe, and then,
That's me. Pull the plug.
Oh,
I don't want to be hooked up.
well, what would I have done differently? Oh, I don't know. The slut was an awful fine-looking little ginger red-headed thing, but I don't know. Jumping in the window with Ed, I probably wouldn't have, should have, could have, probably should have passed on. Yeah, on that particular one.
So what else we got for today?
Here's one that today is National Strawberry Rhubarb Wine Day, and that celebrates the strawberry sweetness of summer with a relaxing sip of wine. The day offers an excellent opportunity for a wine tasting featuring strawberry and rhubarb together in wine. Yeah, okay, look. Pink celery made into wine. No, I don't think so.
I don't think it even
Now,
has
I know
a taste.
people make pies out of it, but it's pink. It's pink celery that's in a pie. I don't even like cooked celery. I don't want to drink it, let alone. Yeah, no.
I just never really thought about it having a flavor, though. I mean, it's kind of, Hi, Rocky. It's.
Jen,
I don't know.
it's what?
Well, I mean, is it a vegetable or is it a fruit? I mean,
No, it's not a
wine?
mater. It's not a mater or an apple. No, it's
Okay.
celery. Celery is a vegetable. It's a good pie. Jen says it's good as a pie. Okay, darling, I believe you, but
I've just
a
never
celery
heard.
pie.
I've just
I
never
mean, I
heard
just
of
I
a
can't get.
vegetable wine. I mean, you
Well,
know,
now think about it. That's normal. Corn's a vegetable. Where
but
do
you
you think
don't
they
have
get corn
corn
squeezes
wine.
from? That comes from corn.
But you don't have corn wine. I mean, it's not, if that's what's used to make it is one thing, but to call
Apple
it
cider?
corn wine?
No, that's a fruit. Yeah. Cider is an apple cider. Okay, corn
Yeah.
squeezins. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else can you make out of corn. Sour mash, and then you have your bread and your lawn rye. That makes a good whiskey. You
Hey,
know, so
Jen.
I don't know. Jen says, let's see, come
Fermenting.
on, you can ferment anything. No, that's true. That's true. I've got cactus that's been fermented and
You've eaten
distilled.
it?
Nothing like some good agave.
Well, that's true.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I don't know.
Okay, let's move on to the next thing we know a lot about, and that fits right in. It's also National Sour Candy Day. And I don't think they mean agave. Adults and children alike will enjoy the lip puckering, eye watering flavors of sour candy. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
I actually did some stuff on
Did some what?
sour candy.
Oh, you
So,
did some?
well, no, some like fun facts and how it's made and all that kind of stuff. Um,
Okay, enlighten us.
okay, well, uh, da da da, where'd it go? Blah 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 blah.
I don't know.
Okay,
It's on your
so
computer.
the thing that I found was is talking about what causes the sour flavor. Um, so it says that they're based on tart fruit flavors, lemon, lime, raspberry, strawberry, green apple. They have citric acid, which is one of the most common ingredients. Um, I can't even talk. Occurs naturally in citrus fruits, of course, like lemons and
Okay.
grapefruits and things like that. It can be found in some berries and some vegetables, and it's an antioxidant and is essential for energy production and can prevent kidney stones. Then you have malic acid, which is the organic super sour acid responsible for the extreme flavor. Like warheads, they're supposed to be like really, really, really sour. So that can be found in like Granny Smith apples, apricots, cherries, tomatoes, and also in our bodies. Then we
Now,
have,
see, I like Granny Smith apple. That's
I
my favorite.
love, that is my favorite apple.
Yay! Great minds
Then
think alike.
you have ascorbic, or however you say it, which is also
Ascorbic.
known as vitamin C, and it's found in citrus fruits. It's also used to fight sickness and stuff like that. Uh,
It's also a good cleaning agent as well.
yeah. Fumaric acid, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Fumaric
Right,
acid.
turmeric acid, right?
Small amounts of fumaric acid occur naturally in apples, beans, carrots, tomatoes. Some say it's the strongest, most sour tasting acid because of its low dissolvability and it makes it last a lot longer. Then
Oh,
you have tartaric acid, which is more astringent than the other organic acids. It's used to make cream of tartar and baking soda. It can be found in grapes, wine, banana, and tamarines. I'm not sure what a tamarine is. Is it something like a
who? Tamarind?
Tamarinds?
I don't know.
Me
We'll
either.
have to ask Google. Hey, Sarah.
Let me see if I can.
That's pretty cool, though. See, so that's what gives you all your puckering is from all those acids they put in it. I
Okay,
know there's a lot of people that just really like them things immensely. I can't say I've had too many of them. I go for I like the raspberry, the blueberry, the orange by itself, not the. Although lemon heads, I did used to eat a whole lot of those when I was a youngin'.
well, the tamarind is a like a legume. It's kind of like a bean, but it's an
Okay.
edible fruit. If that makes any sense, it's indigenous to tropical Africa.
I wonder if that's, how we've been getting those extra long grapes anymore at the grocery stores. I think that's what those
I
are.
hadn't seen
aren't
those.
they?
So the
Well, not
most
little round ones. They're longer and more different colored.
I have never seen those. The most common types of sour candy. You think of hard candies when you think of sour candies usually, but then you've got your sour gummies, your sour hard candy, and your sour jellies. And it's made. They use a fruit based mixture and they heat it and then they cool it to a certain temperature and during certain time frames. They have certain cooling processes and all that stuff, which makes the molecular structure of the fruit sugars yield the desired hardness or softness. Gummies and jellies are also often contain gelatin along with sour sugar to give them a signature chew texture.
That makes sense. Now, see, I like saltwater taffy. I wonder if you could.
I
get,
love saltwater taffy. I ate some today.
Oh, me three. I wonder if you can get it in tart flavors.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be the same. Yeah, you just add the stuff that makes it sour.
Rocky was telling us over in the Tubes of You that it's tamarind. It's a tropical fruit and very, very tart. And
okay.
they eat it on the island.
Okay.
It's a big brown pod.
Huh.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it.
Kind of
Looks
like
like
a cocoa bean or something.
It's long and it looks like it has like pods in it or something, sort of. At least the picture that I saw. So, okay, so
Kind of like a vanilla bean, maybe.
could be.
No.
I guess I don't know.
Yes. No. I don't know.
I don't either.
Tamarind. Yep. Thank you, Rocky. Hey, we have Tonka Dude in the room too. Hello, buddy.
Hi. So what about the
Presuming
sour
buddy sings
flavor?
How it says dude. I mean, I don't know how you identify. I mean, anybody can identify as anything. What else do I have? I don't know. Hole in my head. Hey, did you know that it's also National?
I was talking about the sour flavor. So what about the sour flavor?
What about them?
No, the sour. It's part of the thing. So
It is part of it.
many types of the sour candy incorporate natural sour ingredients to the main body of the candy. Others contain sweet ingredients that are dusted with acid-infused granulated sugar. You know, the ones that have all the stuff on the outside of it?
That's what you see on the outside.
Right. And that's what makes them taste tart, like Sour Patch Kids. You know, those, you know, how they have the little stuff on the outside of them, like the powder stuff. So the key to all sour candy is one or a combination of the specific organic acids that I listed above to bring the tartness up or down. So I have more of this after a while. I've got some videos and some other stuff. So now, what's the next thing on your list?
It's bait day as well. You know, bait. National Caviar Day. Pinky up the Thurston Howell III's. In simple terms, caviar is sturgeon fish eggs. See, bait. There are several species of sturgeon fish. As a result, the caviar produced varieties in colors depending on the species. Caviar is full of protein and vitamins, making it a delicacy and a healthy meal.
You know what else has a lot of protein in it?
Out, yes. And I ain't eating either one. As I stipulated. Yes. No, go ahead and it's full of protein.
When my roommate said that earlier, when she heard you doing it on the American Duck show, Tom has protein in it too. I'm not doing that either. So, do you want to hear some interesting tidbits about caviar?
Most assuredly. Hey, let's hear about bait. High priced, eat it on a cracker bait.
Oh, okay. Well, it's one of the oldest delicacies. It was actually before raw oysters, before champagne, before truffles, before any of that. You know, kings like their caviar. It's not as expensive as you think. I don't care. I ain't paying a penny for it. Sorry. Nope, not happening.
Bait.
Uh,
It's like chicken livers and chicken gizzards, right? Bait. If you're going catfishing, you use those for bait. It's just like caviar. It's bait. Fish eggs.
uh, so I don't know how many of y'all out there eat sushi, but the salmon roe on your sushi is not caviar. Caviar is judged on its color, flavor, texture, and maturity. I guess depending on each of those raises the price or lowers it. Caviar lasts more than a day. It's like wine. It's like Prozac. I'll read you the one about Prozac. Apparently, it used to be prescribed to alleviate depression. I think I'd be so busy throwing up I wouldn't think about it. It is like Viagra. It was prescribed for impotency.
Pocket
Potency.
rockets.
Impotency. I can't even get the word out. There's another one for you, Mikey. It is audible when Petrosin hires a new caviar grater. They make sure the person has a musical ear. When the fish eggs rub against each other, the friction can be heard. The sound of a good caviar when it's packed is distinctly recognizable as something similar to a cat's purr. And last but not least, caviar can be sustainable. Several of the 26 species of sturgeon are now considered endangered, but all of them have been severely overfished. And so the Go Source for Sustainable Fish Alternatives recommends opting for U.S. farmed white sturgeon and paddlefish roe. Oh, wait. And I've got 3 more. Beluga is still on the menu. Beluga caviar has been illegal in the U.S. since 2005 because it's on the endangered species.
Did you say beluga?
Beluga.
That's a whale.
And then the most expensive
Whales
caviar.
are mammals. I mean, that's like.
It says beluga caviar. That's what it says. Beluga caviar. Beluga. Beluga.
Beluga. But they're a whale. They're a mammal. They don't. I mean, unless you're.
I have no idea. I'm just reading what the thing said.
I hear you.
The most expensive caviar on record from a 100-year-old fish. Alma's caviar from the eggs of 60 to 100-year-old Iranian beluga sturgeon. Oh, beluga sturgeon. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
It is roughly $35,000 per kilo, so about $1,000 for 1 ounce. And then
Holy Michigan! I didn't even buy drugs that expensive.
And then Blini, I guess, Blini. The tradition of round, puffy pancakes are a perfect way to top with cream fraîche and caviar. I'm not sure if I said that right. Looks French. But early Russians preferred their roe on a baked potato. Now it makes its appearance on anything from pizza to burgers. And there you go for your little tidbits of...
Bait on a burger? I don't think so.
Yeah, I know.
No. What are you going fishing for? Catfish? No, I don't think so.
I ain't eating it, so yeah, it ain't going on none of my food. Forget it. Nope, not happening. Yeah.
Well, should we add the funny then?
Yeah.
I always put in a full 8 hours at work. Just spread out over the course of a week. And there's your funny for the day. That was the Daily Hello interactive version. I rather like that. That was pretty cool. I like doing that interactive like that. What do y'all think? See, normally I just read it to everybody. And this time, Jamie and I thought, well, hey, I feel bad because I do all the babbling and she just sits there and looks at me funny while I read those things. We babble at each other anyway. So, ta-da, we have included.
Hi, Sarah. Sarah's in the Facebook.
It's yeah, she said Sour Candy is a song. There's a song called Sour Candy by
I
Lady
actually
Gaga.
have, I think I have that seems like that was on.
What, Lady Gaga? Isn't she the lady?
Oh,
isn't she
yeah,
singer
that wasn't
wears
what I was thinking of.
Strip steaks to the PETA convention or something?
Yeah. Well, when I was doing my research on the sour candy, I kind of ran into that because when you look up sour candy and I don't know why it popped up with Lady Gaga, and I started looking and I was like, oh my god!
Because she pays Google for their search engine, hits.
Yeah, so
we don't pay BMI, so go ahead and play it if you want to. See,
I don't
is it
know.
worth
I don't.
Listening to? It's Lady Gag Me. So
I didn't have
Oh, you
that
didn't
one.
save
I
it,
have
you
some
just saw it.
commercials. I have some commercials for sour candy. That's
Oh,
what I
really?
have.
Like Pop Pop, Fizz Fizz. That was Alka-Seltzer. What do they have for sour candy?
Well, hang on and let me adjust the thing so we can.
Well, I got a grip on it. If we wait too long, it might turn purple and fall off.
See. Okay, so this one is for sour Skittles. Get rid of that thing.
Hey, can I have some sour Skittles?
Sorry, it's really not up to me.
Who's it up to?
The Sour Man?
Feel the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Oh, let me get out of that one.
I remember Skittles.
Okay.
Feel the rainbow.
Then I also have one on Juicy Drop Pop commercial. I'm not
Juicy
sure that
Pop
I've.
Drop. Who?
I'm not
What?
sure that I've heard of this.
I don't know, but that would work out
Juicy
perfect
Drop
while you're
Pop
playing
dares
that
you
video.
to discover your own intense flavor limits.
Dare to drop. Dare to drop.
Now that's juicy. Juicy Drop Pop, hardcore candy, dripping with attitude.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of the Juicy Drop Pop. And then oh, is that what you were talking about? Taverner's Sour Lemon Drops? You hear me? Are you there? Where'd you go? Uh-oh, he left. Okay, I'm going to play the Warhead commercial. While Leps pooped on me.
What the, Maddie?
What?
Your face. It's so sour.
Maddie,
Walter, you're not old enough for this.
but I'm
So immature.
totally.
Girls giving you a hard time? Come on. Check this out. Chewy
Lemon
cubes.
heads, I remember.
Plenty of sour, but also sweet. Warhead's worms. These are brand new. Whoa, that's an extreme sour.
Holy!
You okay, bro?
Let's do that again.
Dare to be sour at warheads.com.
I don't remember those at all.
I
When did those come out? Looks like about the 80s.
I do remember the Warheads.
90s?
I've actually had a couple. That was all I could handle in the different times. The Juicy Drop I've never
Okay,
heard
Rocky
of before.
says they still sell Juicy Drops.
I've never heard
there
of
in
it.
China Mart there at the checkout lines at the bottom.
Well, 10
I'll be
down
darned.
to
I don't think I've ever
1.
had them.
10 down to 1, the most sour candy is Sour Skittles being 10. Sour Patch Kids Extreme is 9. Barnett's Mega Sour Lemon, which I've never heard of before. It looks like it's probably in the UK. 7 is Juicy Drop
It
Dumb.
sounds good though.
6.
That's what we should have done. We should have done a taste test.
No. Koala Red Band Assorted Sours. I think that must be in Australia. Sour Flush Candy Toilets. Taverner's Sour Lemon Drops. That's what you were talking about earlier, correct?
Well, lemon heads, lemon drops have the same difference, yeah.
But you were talking about the Taverner's, the name. Crybaby Tears.
Oh, Trivoli?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe I was wrong there. Warheads and
But I think they were the Goomy Worms from the other day.
and the most sour of all is the Toxic Waste Hazardly Sour Candy. Yeah, I've I've never seen
What?
those. Has anybody ever seen those?
I've never heard of that.
Okay, apparently
Toxic
there's a
waste
challenge.
Sour candy. That just doesn't even sound good.
We dare you to take the toxic challenge. No, I think I would rather take the hot pepper challenge. You know, what's that hot pepper?
Oh, the ghost pepper? The
Yeah,
one that's
I think
supposed
I'd
to make
rather
you,
do
like,
that one.
Perspire from the inside out.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, hot, but toxic. I'm not going to say that fast 10 times. I've been into the agave. No, not happening. But that would be fun. We ought to do that some Saturday. Do some kind of something crazy, like go along with the whatever days it is. You know, if it's
Have
a
you
sour
ever
candy,
have you
it's
ever
sour
done
candy.
the
I'm not doing the bait.
Have you ever done the Jelly Bellies? You know, they have the new one. It's a game now, and you spin the thing, and it tells you which jelly bean that you have to pull out of the thing.
No, but
and-
I did get a couple of bags of the Jelly Belly Hogwarts edition.
Well-
so you had booger and puke and all of
Yes, those are they have refill packs now, but there's the main thing comes with a little spinny thing, and you spin it, and it lands on the color that the jelly bean is. So you have to get that jelly bean out, and basically, no matter what it is, you're supposed to eat it, and if you can't, then you lose. That has booger, grass,
lost.
dirty
Sorry.
sock.
Yeah, I'm not putting dirty socks in my mouth. I'm not putting puke in my mouth. I'm not putting a booger in my mouth. I'm not putting earwax in my mouth. No,
Yeah.
no. That ranks right up there with bait.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
We're
it is a
not
fun
fishing.
game to play. It is fun to play. We've played it before, quite a few times.
I don't know. I mean, I have to be awfully drunk to do that one because I mean, some of them flavors are just, whoa. I mean, they're like, Zooks, Martha, out in left field. Hey, speaking of Gadzooks and out in left field, should we do pasta?
Sure. Let's see. Pasta.
A man who claims most of us have been straining pasta the wrong way all of our lives has sparked a fierce debate after posting a video to show his alternative method. He begins by demonstrating the method most of us use. You dump everything into the colander, let the water pour out, dump it back in the pan, and ta-da, you're done. Nope. And then he says, after telling us that's not the way sieves are designed to work, he takes the colander, turns it upside down, because he's using a regular middle one, right? Just a sieve kind of thing. Puts it in downside up, so the inside point is facing into the pan, and then slowly pours the water out. He says that's easier on the wrist, and it's just better to be done. Says rather than holding the sieve under the pan, he flips it around so the domed is in the inside, pours it, the water just makes it come out. He says that makes life so much easier, less strain on the wrists. And caption, to tell you the truth, he didn't know about this, has gained 500,000 views. He has a video, which I do believe we have as well.
Certainly.
People
do.
and it's been posted on TikTok, 500,000 views. Some users love the idea. Some say, I'm going to be doing this from now on. Why? And I never thought of this before. A second person wrote, I think you just changed my life. Another replied, wow, been doing it wrong forever. But plenty of others hit back going, hey, yeah, no, it's supposed to be the other way around. That's how it works. Now watch how he does it here in the video live and play that beautiful pasta footage.
I never thought about doing it that way before. That's pretty interesting.
Well, see, he's using a strainer there. That's
Yeah.
what all of us normally call that, and he's still in pause. There he goes. That's how we all normally do it with a colander or a strainer. His idea, as you see, is downside up it and just pour everything out.
Huh. I might have to try
Which
that
I
next
guess,
time.
if your strainer is big enough, that'll work. I mean, I have a couple of colanders. I usually dump it in a colander.
Yeah, I have
and then
the big
run hot
ones.
water over to rinse all the extra starch off.
I might have to go invest in one of those smaller. Because it looks like it's a smaller one that he's using.
No, actually, well, you need one big enough. You can
Well, I
need a
mean,
strainer large
the ones
enough
that I
to fit
have
your
are
pan.
the ones I have are like huge bowls.
Strainers or colanders?
They're colanders.
There's two different things.
Yeah, I don't have.
What he's
I don't have a
using
strainer.
is a strainer.
I don't have a strainer. I just have a
That's what
colander.
he's using. He's not using a colander. He's using a strainer.
That's what I mean. I'm gonna have to go invest in one of those little things. I don't have one. Never had one.
Everybody, well, see, that's just it. And that's what a lot of people said. He's using a strainer, and most people have colanders. So if you normally have a colander, that's what you would use. But a strainer inverted is not a bad idea. You just hold it in there and dump it out. So it's, and you could probably hold it with one hand, actually. You know what? I've had one of those bacon splatter screens. Remember way back when you were frying bacon, they had that little screen that you could put down on top of your frying pan while you're frying the bacon. So when it's
Yes.
splattered.
Yes.
It's supposed to land in the. Now it still gets out through that screen. Trust me, because I still get it all over everything,
Right.
and that screen is messy. But you can use that screen and hold it onto the side of your pan and pour your pasta through it like a colander.
Gotcha.
You know, and still have everything in your pan like that big sieve did. But yeah, it's awkward, and you've got both hands like this. Your steam all gets up on you the way he's doing it. You're on the side, and all the
Right.
steam shouldn't burn
See,
your forearms. 'Cause
I
me,
just
that's
throw
what
my
I always get.
colander in the sink and then just dump it.
And dump it, baby. Well, that's how normal folks does it. I mean, that's how I does it.
how I've
That's
always
how,
done
you
it.
know, my mom did it. That's how everybody does it. And then
Yeah.
you have the water running depending on what you're going to do with it, whether you turn it into a pasta salad where you want it cooled down, then you run cold water on it. If you're leaving it as pasta or making mac and cheese or something along those lines, you run hot water on it to keep it warm. It's just depending on what genre you're doing with it,
That's
how
true.
you do it to it.
That is very
And at
true.
least as far as it's been my, experience.
Well, I heard you
let's
are quite
see.
a cook.
Me? No, I wouldn't
Well,
say that.
hey, that's not
I
what
mean,
Rusty
I
and them
am
say.
fat.
Rusty and them said you cook all the time.
Well, hey, I mean, if somebody comes by my house and leaves hungry, it's pretty much their own damn fault because, yeah, I don't want anybody to starve leaving. You come by for a visit, hey, we got chips and dip. There's multiples of varieties of flavors. There's always something that could be snatched on.
Chips
But
and
it's
dips are
fun playing
good.
in the kitchen. You have a big, you have a couple of smokes, you shake the cupboard, see what falls out. Yeah,
That's
great.
true. That is true. Very true. Margarita.
I think they put some of your sour candy in there.
Oh, a little sour, huh?
Let's see. What should we do with next? Should we go to outer spaces?
Sure.
Or
Sure.
both of them kind of go together because we got the guy in London that thinks he found the UFO crash site.
That's true.
Want
So,
to do that one? And then we'll go
which
to
one?
outer spaces?
sure.
Cool. A man has claimed he found an alien crash site in Devon, that's in England, but experts from the forestry, a little bit of Nancy Pelosi going on there, Forestry Commission, wow, more agave, please, and the Met Office, so that their Met Office is like our meteorological, weather guys, thinking something very different while taking his dog for a walk through the woods near Mendon on Monday, July 13th. See, it was Monday the 13th. Terrible bad luck day. Ben
I thought that was Friday.
Abercrombie. It's the 13th.
Is it just
See,
the
now,
number
if you're
13?
afraid, that's triskaidekaphobia. That's the fear of the number 13.
Oh.
Did you know that high rises don't have a 13th
I've
floor?
heard that before. Yeah, in a 13th room, like in hotels, they don't have a 13.
Oh, really? Now, I didn't know they didn't have a 13th
I've heard
room.
that.
I
I don't
they
know how
have
true
a
it is.
13th floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, no. Yeah, they have a 13 room.
Do they?
I'm almost 90% sure. Does anybody out there in listening land work in the hospitality environment there, in the hospitality industry? Let us know if there is actually a room 13. I know there's a, what was it, room 13? No, something about the room org. No, room morgue. Org. Something to do with Poe. I can't remember.
Let's see.
Room
Okay, so
13.
what I
was
found is hotel rooms, due to its association with long foreboding number, it's often skipped by hotels, while buildings will often leave off 13th floor, moving straight to 14. But the same thing with the room. There's no 13. So they leave off
wow.
the floor and they leave off the room.
Wow, see, now isn't that wild? You go up the elevator and that whole floor is just gone. You go through empty space right through there from 14 to 14. You go from 12 to 14.
See, that's what's so funny is just because they don't name it 13, it's technically still the 13th floor. Makes sense?
Well, you would think that it would still be the 13th. but-
Exactly.
And if you look at the buttons on the inside, I'm trying to picture a damn... Nope. It just goes 12, 14, doesn't it?
Yeah. So,
That is wild.
but to me,
That whole
if they
floor
skip
is
it and
not
go to
there.
14, then the 14th floor is technically the 13th floor. Just because it's not named the 13th floor doesn't mean that it's still the 13th floor.
No, because it's a breezeway. They don't build anything there. They don't put any windows in it. It's just
Oh, so
open
they
so the air
actually
can come and
make
go.
the space. They just go one up. Is that what it is?
All right.
I don't know.
That sounds good. They just one up you.
Yeah, I
Or
don't,
one
I
down
don't know. I'm gonna have to do more research in that. Next week, we'll talk about the 13th floor.
Hey, that's a good idea.
We
See,
can do a
how
whole
Jim-
13th. Everything will
and
be
it
the
was a Monday.
13th.
Yeah,
Okay,
13's on all kinds of things.
so back to your alien.
So let's see. Back to my aliens. Old Ben there. He came across a flattened area of woodland where a number of trees had snapped and fallen down. Ben, who lives in Plymouth, not the Rock, but in that general area, couldn't help but wonder if there was more to the discovery as he thought. The way the trees had been snapped was strange. Eventually, he decided destruction might have been caused by aliens. So he called Plymouth Live, and they found a crash site in the woods. It could be a UFO. I stopped to take the dog for a walk in the woods today while we were camping. He went on to describe the area as being eerie and claimed he heard weird sounds and felt like he was being watched. Not a problem, however. Experts aren't convinced an alien landing is responsible nor a crash for the fallen trees and have instead shared their own theories. Forestry England pointed out, don't you like how they claim stuff? We have the Forestry Service. They have Forestry England, takes care of the whole country. Pointed out that UK woodland areas are no stranger to UFO sightings. They have been through this before. And in this instance, it was called wind blow. Now, us around here, I gotta love English speak, wind blow. So if you go to downtown, is it still $20 for wind blow? I don't know. Anyway, and that's what caused the damage. The spokesman from the forestry said the nation's forests are no strangers to UFOs. They have been sightings since 1980 in Rendlesham Forest, Suffolk, where the alien crash site is. Now, see that one? I remember them landing and taking off. Now, this
So
is
is that supposed to be?
Rendlesham.
Is that supposed to be similar to our Roswell, New Mexico? Like.
Right, but now I remember that going on in the 80s in Rendlesham, and it landed. The guys went up, actually, the Air Force people actually went up and put their hands on it,
Really?
and it departed the area. So it wasn't a crash like ours.
Well,
in
I
Roswell,
mean,
where there was
as
pieces
far
strewn
as
about.
it's known for alien
was a landing.
activity or whatnot, like Roswell, even though ours was a crash landing.
Right. It's as famous.
Right.
Ours was a crash. Theirs was a landing.
Okay.
And their military saw it, whereas our military came out, found it, went to the newspapers and said, "Hey, look, we found a UFO." And their higher-ups went, "Hey, dumb butt. Ramey, no, that's a weather balloon. You will say that's a weather balloon." And they went, yes, sir, 3 bags full, kind of like the face mask things. It's a weather balloon.
Hush, hush. Don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
Yeah.
So, what the Forestry Service in England thinks is that it was just a funnel cloud or a straight line winds. They have, I suspect this has been caused by a funnel cloud or a mini tornado that may have touched down in the woods, snapped to trees. Mini tornadoes don't last very long in the UK, hence there's no obvious path of destruction like the one that went through Tennessee here a couple of months back, like in March, where it left, miles.
Right.
It was on the ground for, I think, like 30 miles, which is unusual. In England, they only last for a few seconds, maybe a minute at the most, so 60 seconds at the longest. So whatever gets destroyed, and it's gone.
Sounds like a cover-up to me.
In the UK. What?
I said it sounds like a cover-up to me.
Oh, yeah, most assuredly. They have between 30 and 35 tornadoes each year, but when it's out, it's the old adage, if a tree falls in the forest, does anybody hear it? If you're not there, no, the damn thing falls. So it's the same thing here. If no one's there to go, oh, look, that tornado came down.
That's true.
How would you know? So that's what they presume happened, is that it was just straight line winds or, micro burst. Blew
So I
everything
want to
down.
watch the video?
Blow your timbers down, man, blow. But
Want to watch the video?
you're snickering again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do have video of that, do we not?
Mm-hmm.
See, short-term memory loss, what can I say? Terminal CRS.
Something's definitely crashed here. Look at this.
Hey, Brad's in there. Hey, Brad.
Weird.
Not Stag's nephew.
See, that looks
Yeah,
like
no, I was supposed to send a note saying we went.
that does look kind of like a tornado because of the
bent.
strip. It's like a line.
But you live in the South. You know about
Massive
tornadoes.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like a tornado to me.
Aliens.
Aliens.
No, it's UFOs.
Aliens.
Voodoo, 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 voodoo. Yeah, it was the Greys. They came down. Maybe he was looking to get anally probed. Maybe his
Hey.
dad probed him. I don't know.
May have been. Maybe he wanted E.T. to visit.
Or phone home. Is that where he carries his phone? Is in his prison purse?
E.T.
Yeah,
phone
let me just put
home.
my phone in your prison purse and call home later.
Oh my goodness. So y'all want some more fun facts?
Hey,
Go
yes,
ahead.
please. You
No,
have more
go
fun
ahead.
facts?
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I don't have horns. I'm a goat head. I mean, I know I have a little beard, but really goat gruff.
Okay, this is
This
about
weekend is also
what?
what? That's what I said. Who's what?
Well, I was gonna give 10 fun facts about Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, well,
Fucker power, baby.
they were originally Marsmen. I don't know what they are now. I don't think they're Marsmen now, but originally the little pieces looked like Marsmen.
Cabbage Patch Kids were Marsmen.
They look like Marsmen. Yeah, you little space aliens. They were created in.
Oh, space aliens. Oh.
They were created in Canada. Frank Galatali in the 1970s, and it was designed to capitalize on the interest in space and aliens. Raspberry wasn't one of the original flavors. It was added in 2014, and then blueberry raspberry or blue raspberry added. Let's see. You can get Sour Patch ice cream and ice pops and chewing gum and yogurt because everything is better with a sweet and sour candy kick. Yuck!
Ew.
Some Sour Patch Kid flavors are
Sweet and
only
sour.
made in the UK. Huh? What?
Sweet and sour yogurt.
I have
Ooh,
no
That just
urge.
doesn't. I mean, isn't it already soured? And then how you get yogurt? It's like
Yeah, it does not sound good to me.
dead milk anyway.
It doesn't sound good. So the original logo was based on a real person. The mascot for the candy, a blonde boy with his tongue sticking out. It was based on Frank Galatoli or whatever, his son Scott. The border on the bag is made up of tiny Sour Patch Kids. Starting in 2012, the dotted design on the edge of the Sour Patch bag changed to the shape of tiny Sour Patch Kids. There's a brand new tropical flavor, mango. Now those might be pretty good. That sounds pretty good, mango. I love anything mango. The advertising makes the kids out to be jerks, like assholes.
Well,
And
kids are
there,
jerks. I mean, that's
there's
why they're
a-
kids.
a video game, Sour Patch Kid video game, and sour, then sweet, then gone. So it starts out really sour, and then you get to the sweet, and then poof, the candy is gone. And that's all I have on the Sour Patch Kids.
Now, see, the funny thing is, you said Sour Patch Kids, and the first thing I thought of was Cabbage Patch Kids, and I'm going, Cabbage Patch Kids look like aliens?
I think there's actually
And then you
a
said sour candy. I don't know why I got the names inverted in my gray matter. I mean, that just is,
well, for some reason, I think there actually is a Garbage Pail Kids candy, isn't there? Isn't there a candy?
Probably. That's why I thought that's why I got them
Let's
inverted.
see.
So that doesn't, I believe that wholeheartedly. And tonight, well,
candy.
tomorrow morning actually,
Yes,
if
there
one
is.
gets up at dark 30, like before the sun comes up, like way before the sun comes up, probably about I don't know, an hour or so before the sun rises in the morning, you'll be able to see something that's not usually able to be seen. You can catch 5 celestial bodies all at the same time. Jupiter. Now this is looking
the wrong
to
one.
the southeast-ish in the sky.
Here's
Jupiter
Rome.
will be the big bright dot. I think we even have a picture for that. You get Jupiter on the far right, and then just above it is Saturn. And then Mars will be way up high in the middle. And then if you cut left and down, you'll have Venus, and that will be right above the moon. And also in that same general vicinity of the sky, we have comet
I don't know why
Neowise
it's not
is also
showing it.
visible.
There it is.
So let's see, 5 minutes, 45
There it
minutes.
is.
See, like I said, about an hour. To the right of the crescent moon will be Mercury. Just above that, much brighter, will be Venus. Both in the eastern sky, 45 minutes before sunrise. Highest in the sky, you'll find bright Mars. Then in the southwest sky, you'll spot Saturn. Above and much brighter Jupiter in the lower horizon. That's so cool. So if you happen to have a telescope, you go out and see them. Mercury will be fading away by the end of the month, but other planets should be visible at other times throughout the remainder of the summer. And let's see, you pop that one up. Right. See, Jupiter on the right, Saturn above it. And then I'm pointing, so I hope everybody can see me pointing on my screen.
Okay, let's
and
see.
Mars there in the middle.
There's
and then
Mars.
cut to the left, you have Venus, and just above the moon. It's pretty cool. 5 celestial bodies all visible in our sky tonight. And also, you can see Comet Neowise.
But you
as well.
said that's sunrise or sunset?
Beep, 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 beep. 1 second. It is, as I scroll up to not let my bulldog mouth overload my Pekingese ass, both in the eastern sky 45 minutes before sunrise. So about an hour before the sun come up in the morning. So
I have to get up early.
4:30-ish, in that general time frame.
Huh.
Because it gets light about 5-ish.
That would be interesting, though.
wanna know
And what about the other picture? What was the other picture?
Oh, stick that one up. That's for Comet Neowise. We are, once we can see the comet, it has it showing on the picture from July 15th. So we will be the fourth for tonight. We'll be the fourth dot up, which is about dead center. So the comet is slowly climbing to its, there we go, slowly climbing to its apex. We're about middle. I'm holding my pointer above it. I hope you can see that on my screen.
The little figure above the dates, that's the Dipper, right? The Big Dipper?
Right, that's the Big Dipper. It's right below the should be the North. No, see, the North Star's at the top. I'm not sure. I don't remember which star's at the bottom of it.
I know when I was looking, it said something about Ursus, one of the Ursus, which I guess the
Ursa
Big
Minor,
Dipper
Major.
comes
That's
off of.
Ursa,
It might have been Major.
The Big Dipper is Ursa Major.
Yeah, I think it was
remember right.
Major. Yeah.
I'm sure somebody can correct me because I expect I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think it's Major. So when is I've had various people say
the
different
comet
times.
will be best visible. It'll be at its highest point in the sky on the 23rd for us. So it's climbing there. We're at the 18th, 19th, 20th, 23rd.
But what time?
We're about 3 days out from it being at its peak for visibility.
What time though? What's the best time to go out?
While you're out looking for one, look for the others. Whilst you're out doing this one, look northeast or northwest just after sunset. Wait until about an hour after sunset. So about 10 o'clock because it gets dark about 9 o'clock. Find you a spot on flat land, low light. Look to the northwest, above the horizon, and below the Big Dipper, just like the picture shows. If you use a pair of binoculars, you'll be able to see that this comet, like Hale-Bopp, has twin tails. I didn't know that until after reading this. One is gas and the other is rock.
Huh. That's interesting.
So it has a twin tail. So that would be pretty cool. I knew not this when I was first reading about Neowise. And it's pretty cool because it's not, Neowise isn't going to be back around for 6,800 years.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Get your fart ashes out of bed. If you're like me, fall asleep at 8 o'clock, get up 2 hours later and get out and see this thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say okay. So the comet's at sunset, and the other thing is at sunrise.
Sunrise. Well,
Okay.
prior to sunrise and just after sunset. So you get both.
Gotcha.
Just after and just before. And whilst you're out perusing the sky in let's see, like the Delta Aquaid meteor shower in July favors the southern hemisphere and tropical latitudes in the northern hemisphere, but these meteors can be seen from around the world. These faint meteors appear to radiate near the star Scat, not shit, but Scat, or Delta, in the constellation Aquarius, the water bringer. The maximum hourly rate can reach 15 to 20 meteors in a dark sky. Normally, it peaks between the 27th and 30th of this month, but like most showers, go out there and look.
Huh.
You know, you're going to be out checking the planets that are all out. I mean, 5 planets, a comet, and meteor shower. No reason not to go out and look at the first television set of the world. Everybody used to look up before they had cable. They did.
Oh. So, let's see. We've got...
About 4 minutes left.
No. probably less than 2 minutes.
More
for
sweet
music.
and sours? Surely you have more. Not
No.
surely. I know you're Jamie, but
Let's talk
have you
about
more-
let's talk about the dangers of mask. You know, the face mask.
Or
What kids
Mozart?
what
Okay,
kids
yeah.
are what kids are doing with them now?
What kids are doing with them?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean mine?
Yeah, let's run through that real
well,
quick and show the
we can
video real
save-
quick.
You don't want to save it for next week because we even have pictures and everything.
Well, we can.
We can.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You are the boss.
I don't.
just sit
Let me
here
see.
and run
What
my
else do I have?
consoles. You
I
run
have
the
some
pushes all the
sour. I have
buttons.
some sour candy fun facts. We'll run through those real quick, and then we'll do
See,
that
I
next
thought
week.
maybe you had more on us.
Okay, so
But I mean, yeah.
sour candy fun facts. Scientists don't fully understand how our sour taste buds work. We gladly volunteer to be the guinea pigs for those. Did you know that most of sour candy can be used to treat blocked salivary glands? It's a prescription you can actually get from your doctor. The inventor of
I need a candy fix.
the inventor of the super sour warhead. Never mind, we'll finish this up another day. We'll see y'all all next Saturday on Ain't You a Peach?
Peace out, friends, family. Thank you for tuning in. Same time, same.